Patrick.
Hi, Robin.
So nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. And it's nice to be back for another energy exercise.
Today is the letter P, and I thought let's try picture tapping. And for everybody watching, we've never done this, but we're just playing P for play. And we thought we'd try it on the whiteboard. But this is a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous quick way to change your energy about something that bothers you. So if you are listening along and you want to get a piece of paper and some colors or just even a pen, it's fine. Okay, so the first thing, Patrick, is do you have something that's kind of bothering you or that you want to be better or that feels stuck or um, anything like that?
I sure do. I have the perfect thing.
Okay. So if you kind of feel that, do you feel it anywhere in your body?
I
Like,
do.
okay, where would you feel it now?
I'm feeling it kind of in my intestines, in my gut, my
Okay.
lower gut.
And this is mostly just to see if it's changed, right? It's not important to do that, but it's lovely for ourselves to notice. And 0 to 10, what would you give that?
Ooh, right now it feels like a 7.5.
Okay, great. So Patrick and I are going to try this. We've never done it. We're going to have a whiteboard. And can you see that whiteboard, Patrick?
I can.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do, or not what I'd like you to do, kind of the process is for everybody, just take a color and do a doodle, like under 30 seconds of how that feels to you. So, like if you're upset at your dog, don't draw a picture of the dog, draw like a right, something like that. So, just draw whatever it feels like to you. And you can do more than one color. You can take like up to a minute. You can do different colors and shapes. Just see what comes. So, go ahead.
Awesome. We found our way. The joy of play. I'm going to add some black in here. This is how I feel.
Perfect. This is a fabulous example. And it's great because none of us know what you're talking about at all, and that's fine. So, one last thing is with the text tool, which is the T, um, put a title somewhere on the page, whatever color you want.
This is the title that came to me. Whoa,
Great.
no, tornado.
All right. And now we're going to tap. So, I'm going to, um, so you know the tapping points, right?
I do.
Okay. And
And
so,
we can link to a video with those too for people who aren't as familiar.
okay. And so, Patrick, just talk about, and because I saw you do it, I would kind of know. You'd say, first I did red. First I picked red,
First, I picked red,
and I did some zigzaggy, like describe kind of what you did.
and I did a zigzag funnel.
Did a zigzag funnel.
And then when I got to the bottom, it got snagged. And then I needed to do black. And when I did black, I did a heavy bowling ball and then a big black X.
And the title is,
And the title is Whoa, no. Tornado.
And that's what I saw, and that's what I felt.
That's what I saw. That's what I felt.
Great. Okay. So we'll let that go. Okay. Now we're going to do a new whiteboard. And thinking of that same issue, tune in and how does it feel now?
Hmm.
And you can just go ahead and pick a color and a shape and just do the same thing all over again.
Okay. Now it feels gray. It feels like it's rising up. This feels, and this is how it feels.
All right. And you can give it a title. You could either write it if you want or type it.
I'll type it.
Okay. And you can make them different texts or colors. For those of you who are doing it at home, you can do different colors, different placements.
And the one that came to me is geyser burp. And I'm just going with whatever comes to me first, no questions.
I love it. All right, and let's tap and talk through what you did. First, I did.
First, I picked gray and I started at the bottom and then I drew some lines going up, three long lines. And then I drew some shorter gray lines coming up from those lines. And then I got to the top and I wanted to use a dark orange yellow. And there I did some curly lines, kind of like a sulfur cloud. And I called it geyser burp. That's what it feels like in my body. It feels like things are rising up. It feels a little like indigestion.
And that's what I saw, and that's what I felt.
And that's what I saw. And that's what I felt.
And blow that out. And let's try one more. So just allow that to go out of your consciousness, almost like erasing the whiteboard. Go down inside, feel into that same issue, and what does it feel like now?
Okay. So I'm going to start with the pinky red. It's a thinner line now. There's some green in here. So this is what it feels like now. And if I were going to give this a name, I would call it Froggy in the Throat.
Oh, I love it. All right, tap through it and talk it through.
So I started with pink and I drew two pink lines, two thin, fine pink lines, vertical lines. And then in the middle of those two lines, I picked green and I drew a green box. a rectangle just sitting there between those two vertical pink lines. And I called it Froggy in the Throat because that's how it felt. And that's what I saw. That's what I drew. That's how it felt. And that's what I called it.
Beautiful. And so if you breathe that out and just tune in to the same issue that you were thinking of in the beginning that feels like it's changed, although we don't know anything about it. What does it feel like in your body now? Is it still in your intestines?
No, it's now up behind my eyes.
And 0 to 10, what would that be? And whatever it is fine.
Still fluctuating a little. It feels like it might be probably around a 4.
Beautiful. And I just want to say, if anyone's doing this with us, even if your number is higher, that's totally fine because it means you're talking to it. And so I'd really like to do one more thing, even though this is a little longer than usual. So, Patrick, if I bring one new whiteboard up, if you tune in and if this felt resolved or complete, could you draw a picture of that? If this issue felt, I think resolved is a good word, or
Resolved is a great word.
okay, what would that look like or feel like?
So this is what it would look like to me if it felt resolved or complete.
Mm. First, I did.
First, I did a big yellow circle. Once I completed the circle, I went into the middle of the circle and I drew a solid yellow circle. So there's a solid yellow circle and a big yellow circle. Should I give it a name?
Sure.
And if I were going to give it a name, I would call it Sunny Days.
Sunny days. And then just take a moment and look at that image, that symbol. And even as you tap through the points, you can bring the symbol almost as a gift to all of your meridians and all of your energy systems so that you're taking the energy of that and giving it into your energy. So it's energy and we are energy, and we are merging our energy and giving our system permission to resolve this situation into sunny days. And then take a breath and let it go. And just curious, so now tune back in to the issue. Is it still behind your eyes, or did anything change with that?
No, I don't feel the issue at all now. It just feels like there is no issue. I don't even remember what I was tapping on.
Well, isn't that great? I mean, that's the power of it's a few things. It's the power of symbolism and direction and giving these instructions, right, to our system. Like you basically said, what would it feel like if it was resolved? It would feel like this. You gave it to yourself and it resolved it, and then you can't remember it, which is also called the apex effect in tapping. People say, my issue is a 10, and then I'll say, we'll work on it, and I'll say the next session, so how's that? Oh, that wasn't a big deal. Right. You said that thing was 7.5, so it had to have some whatever to it, some intensity, but you shifted it just in this simple um it's the combination. I think it's a fabulous technique. The combination of using our energy system and symbolism and working with it, clearing it.
It sure is, and I feel like you've just given that technique an upgrade. I've tried picture tapping before, but I've never done it before with that extra step of what would it feel like if it were resolved. So it was a perfect, to use a good P word, a perfect resolution. Well, thank you so much. Cheers to sunny days and a perfect resolution.